Hello scholars, in today's video we are going to be discussing on the topic reversed bearing. So here is a very simple concept behind the topic that we all need to know, and it goes this way, that if the bearing of point A can be described from point B, if the bearing of point A can be described from point B, then the bearing of point B can also be described from point A. So it's such a very simple concept. Again, that if the bearing of point A can be described from point B, then the bearing of point B can be described from point A. So I'll be showing you two methods we can use in answering questions regarding reverse bearing. But this method actually focuses on 2 points. That is, when we have point A and point B, or let's say we have point A and point C, just when it involves 2 points. So let's take some examples. Question 1, let's say that the bearing of point A from point B, let's say we have it to be 50 degrees. So question says, what is the bearing of B from A? You can see that this involves 2 points. It involves A and B. So the question says that the bearing of point A from B is 50 degrees. Now, what is the bearing of point B from A? So to answer this question, let me start with the simple method you can actually use in answering this kind of question. So the method goes this way. If the bearing given to you is less than 180 degrees, take note, if the given bearing is less than 180 degrees, to now get the other bearing, you have to add 180 degrees to it. So in this case now, the bearing given to us is less than 180. So for us to now get the bearing of B from A, you are going to have it to be 180 degrees plus 50 degrees. And that will give us 230 degrees. Do you understand? We are going to be using the other method in answering this question. But I just want us to understand this very simple method. If the bearing given to you is less than 180 degrees, to get the other bearing, just add 180 degrees to it. So let's say we have C from D to be, let's say 70 degrees. Our question says that get the bearing of D from C. The bearing given to us is less than 180 degrees. So to now get the bearing of D from C, since it is less than 180 degrees, then we are going to have this to be 180 degrees plus 70 degrees. And then we are going to have 250 degrees. So take note, when the bearing given to you is less than 180 degrees, even if you have it to be 120 degrees, 120 degrees is less than 180 degrees. So if I now want to get the bearing, let's say for this now we have that the bearing of A from D is 120 degrees. So to now get the bearing of D from A, that will give us 180 degrees plus 120 degrees. And the answer there will be 300 degrees. I hope you understand. So please do well to take note of that. So let's use the other method in answering this question. All right. So let's start with the first question. We have A from B to be 50 degrees. Take note of something. The point we are starting from is B. A from B. So we have B. This is point B now. Indicate the 4 cardinal points. Yes, north, south, west, and east. So we have it to be 50 degrees. And 50 degrees is going to be found here on the first quadrant between the north and the east, 50 degrees. Remember we said for 3 digits bearing, the starting point is usually from the north and it moves clockwise. So here to here is 90 degrees. And here now we have 50 degrees. So that means it's going to be found between the north and the east. So this is point B. Take note now from B, 50 degrees. So from here to here is 50 degrees. Never you say you want to have it placed from here to here. The starting point is from the north. From the north, moving clockwise. So here is 50 degrees. Then locate another 4 cardinal points. and this is point A. Here is point B, here is point A. So for the point A, if you like, I can just put north, south, west, and east. So the bearing of A from B, is 50 degrees. So what is the bearing of B from A? From A. So this is A. Remember we said that the bearing now starts from the North Pole and it moves clockwise. So that will be from this now to where we have this line. That is what we want to get. We want to get the total angle now from this point down to this point. How do we do that? So for us to answer this question, you need to know what we call alternate angle. Alternate angle. And for alternate angle, it looks this way. Let's say we have this side to be A. Then this point here is going to give us A. Are you with me now? You can also have it in form of Z, letter Z now. If this side is B, then this side there is also what? Also B. So that means that this B here now is alternate to this. Are you getting my point? So if I have this A to be 50 degrees, here will give us 15 degrees. I hope you understand. So you need to take note of alternate angle. So for us to answer this, from here now, locate the alternate angle here. Can you see? So if this is 50 degrees, this point here is also what? Also 50 degrees. Do you understand? So now we want to get the bearing of B from A. So from this point now down to this point, let's get the total. You know that here to here is 90, here is 19, here is 90. That is 180. So 180 plus 15, that will give us 213 degrees. Do you understand now? So you can also do the same thing with that of the 70 degrees. So let's quickly do that now. So for this now, see from D is 70 degrees. From D. So here is D, north, south, west, east. 70 degrees. It's not up to 90. So it's also found between the north and the east. So from here to here is 70 degrees. Do not forget that this is point D. So get a center, then 4 cardinal points. Here's north, south, west, and the east. And this indicating point C. So you should know before we continue that if this one is 70 degrees, alternate angle now, here will give us 70 degrees. I hope you understand now. Alternate angle. Here will give us 70 degrees. So question says that what is the bearing of D from C? From this point moving clockwise now. That's from here to here. So here to here is 90. Here to here is also 90. That's 180. So 180 plus 70 degrees, that will give us 250 degrees. I hope you understand. So let me just add one more question regarding this. So the question says that the bearing of G from E is 100 degrees. Now, what is the bearing of E from G? So if you have to use the simple method now, we know what the answer will be. Here is less than 180. So to get the bearing for this is going to be 100 plus 180, and that will give us 280 degrees. It is less than 180. So add 180 to it. So let's try to use the other method. We have that the bearing of D from E, yes, north, south, west, and east is 100 degrees. So if from here to here is 90, so the 100 now has gone beyond 90. So it's no longer found here, which is the first quadrant. We now have it between the south and the east. I hope you understand. Because here to here is 90. Then from here now to here, that will give us what? 180 degrees. So the 100 now has gone beyond 90. It's no longer found here on the first quadrant. We now have it placed here between the south and the east. So we are going to have it this way. Remember we said it moves clockwise. So from here now to here is what we call 100 degrees. And here is point what? Point E. So locate a center point now, and then this point will now represent that of the G. Here is G. The north, south, west, and the east. So question says that G from E is 100. Now what is E from G? From G now, it is moving clockwise from the north. From here now till we have this point. That's the meaning. From here now to this point. So how do we get this done? Like I said, if from here to here is 100 degrees, and we know that angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So the remaining angle here is going to give us 80 degrees. Do you understand? We have from here to be 100 degrees. So the remaining angle here will give us 180 degrees because angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So now from here I can actually get the alternate angle. So this is it now. That is, you can have it from here down to this side. If here is 10, here to give us 10 degrees. So we have this side to be 80, then the angle here will give us what? 80 degrees. I hope you understand. But this 80 degrees now, we do not need it. We want to get the bearing of G. We want to get the bearing of E from G. From this point here down to this side. So this 80 is not needed. But we know that here now is 90 degrees. Here is 90 degrees. So out of 90, we've gotten 80. What we have left here is 10 degrees. Are you getting my point now? So now that we've gotten this point here to be 10 degrees, let's sum all the angles. Here to here is 90. Here to here is also what? 90, which is 180. Here to here is also what? 90, which is 270. So 270 plus 10, that will give us 280 degrees. Do we understand? All right. So let's move now down to the other aspects. We've done for the first one, that is, when you have the bearing given to you to be less than 180 degrees, you are going to add 180 degrees. So now for the second one, so if the given bearing to you is more than 180 degrees, so to get the other bearing, you are now going to remove 180 degrees from it. Here's what I mean. If the bearing of X from Y is 200 degrees. Now, what will be the bearing of Y from X? The given bearing here is greater than 180 degrees. So to now get the bearing of Y from X, you are going to remove 180 from 200, and that will give us 20 degrees. That is 200 degrees now minus 180 degrees. That will give us 20 degrees. So I'm going to have to what? 020 degrees. Do you understand now? We have this now to be greater than 180 degrees. So here's another question. Let's say we have that the bearing of A from E is 300 degrees. The bearing of E from A will give us what? A from E is 300 degrees, and this is greater than 180. So to get the bearing of E from A, we are going to remove 180 degrees from 300 degrees. And that will give us 300 degrees minus 180 degrees. So the answer there will give us 120 degrees. So here's the simple method you can actually use. Whenever you have the given bearing to be more than 180 degrees, so just remove 180 from the bearing given to you. Do you understand? So now let's try to use the other method. But please take note, like I said earlier, this only involves 2 points. A from B, B from A, C from D, D from C, A from E, E from A. Do you understand? All right. So here it says that the bearing of X from Y is 200 degrees. From Y to be 200 degrees. So here it's north, south, west, east. So for the 200 degrees, it is more than 180. Remember, it is moving clockwise from the north. So here is 90. Here is what? 90, which is 180 degrees. So we are going to have it placed here. Get another point. So if this now happens to be Y, yes, Y, there will give us X. So we are told that the bearing from here to here is known to be 200 degrees. 200 degrees. So from here down to this side is 200 degrees. So we want to get the bearing of Y from X. Yes, X. Now, so X is moving what? Clockwise from the north. So from here now to this point, that's what we want to get. From here to this point, that is what we are looking for. What is the bearing of Y from X? So to get this done, So to get this done, we also need to take note of alternate angle. So what do I mean by that? From here now to this side have to be the same. From here, with the angle here and this angle here needs to be the same. And we are being told that from this north down to this side is 200 degrees. Are you getting my point now? So being given to be 200 degrees, and we know that angle in a straight line is 180. So what we have left here is going to give us 20 degrees. I hope you are getting my point. We are being told that from here down to this side is 200 degrees. And angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. Are you with me now? So that means 180 plus 20 will give us 200 degrees. So if here is 20 degrees, then this point here is going to give us 20 degrees. So therefore, the bearing of y from x will now be what? 020 degrees. I hope you get my point now. All right, so I believe we all actually enjoyed this class and we've gained one or two things. Please do well to like, to share, and then to subscribe. See you in our next class. Bye.